everyone. Welcome to another episode of the QubicaAMF Tech Tip Podcast. This is the weekly podcast where we take you on a journey through the fascinating world of bowling technology and beyond. As always, I'm your host, Orly, and we have very special guest, Larry Denecke, back on the show today. Larry, how are you doing today?
Awesome. Doing well. Thank you.
Larry, we appreciate you coming on as always. For those who may have, never heard an episode with you on it, can you let everyone know your title with QubicaAMF and what you do within that title, please?
Yeah, sure. I'm a max training specialist with Cubica. I've been doing this since 2018. Basically, I do virtual training calls for just about any product, or go on site, and help with scoring, pin spotters, you name it. I'm there to help and train the customers.
Perfect. Yeah, we appreciate that. And I know the customers definitely appreciate everything you guys do. So, Larry, today what I wanted to cover, I know you have a strong background in Neoverse, which is, our video wall. If people have never seen it, it is amazing. If you're near a center and you've never had the chance to check it out, make sure you're going into that center. You will be blown away. I always joke and say, Agreed. I promise I'm not just saying it because I work for the company, but it does blow me away. Anytime I walk in a center, I'm like, man, this thing is amazing. And when it comes to that, it's very bright and, there's a lot going on that wall. But, I've had questions before like, hey, we have leagues and, some people may not want it as bright as it is, or maybe some of the animations not happening during league play. So today what I wanted to cover was, is it possible to turn off the animations, and can somebody maybe put it maybe kind of like in a dark mode? Can they lower the brightness of the wall when it comes to maybe leagues?
Yeah, there's a couple answers to that, and they're both yes. I'll say one thing. They're right. A lot of the training, I'll start my call, or during the call, I'll say, look, the wall can be bright in certain backgrounds, but we have certain backgrounds that we have put in a folder that's just competitive grid. It's like a league style folder. These are just backgrounds that we kind of suggest are more league style, just because they are a little darker. Okay. And along with that, we now have the ability, probably within the last 2 or 3 quarters, where centers can darken the wall another 10%. So let me just start back in the Q portal. The easiest way to do this is in the Q portal when they're doing their initial setup of their playlist and what backgrounds they want to use for their leagues, or really any time. There is the ability to turn off or on the animation. And the animation isn't like the video background. It's what do they throw? The 1, the 2, the 3, the gutter, the strike, stuff like that, the split. Those are the animations that we're talking about. So They have the ability to turn that off, to turn the facade off, to turn the animation, like I said, or darken their wall. And darken their wall is just across the board, and it's only 10%. So you can't say, I want to do 12 or 8 or something like that. But they can do for certain backgrounds, just automatically set it for a darker mode. Now, A lot of the league backgrounds are already dark, but if they want a little darker, then they can do that. So that's in the initial setup in Q Portal as they're creating their league backgrounds and playlists. The other way to do that is, if they want to do it on the fly, is in the Conquer Hub. Conquer Hub it's the internet-based app that you control your wall from. And this can be done, let's say you have a background going and, hey, your league's going to start and you want to do something on the fly. You can simply select the, you're going to click on the wall that's playing, and you're going to say, hey, I want the competitive grid for my league style, and I want a little darker. So once you pick a background or a playlist, you're going to have the ability to, again, just what you did in setup, change the facade, turn off or on your facade, which is the logo right above the pins and the ball indicator, or your animation if you don't want that, or the darken mode for your wall. So It's simply done either in the setup portion. You can have it all set, ready for you to go when the league starts, or you can do it on the fly through the Conquer Hub, which I'll say it's 60-40. Most do it in the setup, but if they want to do something on the fly, it's there, and it literally takes seconds to do.
Perfect. Yeah, we appreciate that. Because I mean, I love the wall as bright as possible, but I could see where somebody might try to throw an excuse out there like, oh, I didn't throw a strike because it was a little bright in my eye over here.
What I found when I first did this, there's some backgrounds. I love the flames and stuff like that. And you put a background, it looks great from the front desk. And then you go as a manager, when you're picking your background, you need to go down on the approach and look what it does to the lane markers, because a lot of times the wall's just too bright and it just makes it so you can't see them. So that's where I think a lot of league bowlers and lanes are saying, hey, can we darken this a little bit? Because with that darken, then my arrows and all that stuff is becoming more visible for us. And that's why we've chosen some darker backgrounds for our league folder or competitive folder for that purpose, so that we're not distracting the customer with what's going on the wall. Because like you said, it is awe-inspiring. I love that wall.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Now after listening to today's episode, they'll know how to turn that down when it's appropriate to, and blast it back up when it's time to have some. Everything's fun, but when it's time to just have some maybe open play fun. Yeah. So yeah, I appreciate that, Larry. As always, I appreciate you coming on and helping us with this topic. We hope to have you back soon, as always.
I'm here when you need me.
All right. And everyone out there, thanks for listening to the QubicaAMF Tech Tip Podcast. We're here each week to support centers like yours with expert advice and the latest in bowling innovation. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode, and be sure to share this podcast with your team, coworkers, or anyone who could benefit. Until next time, we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.